All right, Shalom, Yasharala. Before we get started, we gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders, a great millstone. They're teaching well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. You sincere brothers out here pushing this word. And you sincere sisters that's listening and learning, may the choice of election be upon your house. And we're back in another video. All right, the title of this video will be called Response. The stage is set for ORDO ab CHAO. The stage is set for ORDO ab CHAO. It's like, all right, this will be a response to the video of the brother Azan Hamath. All right, subscribe and be edified, brother. Those beautiful, beautiful epistles. All right. And he named his, it's a response to the stage is set for ORDO ab CHAO, man. And that, that ORDO ab CHAO is coming, which stands for what? Let's go to here. All right, see what it means. It says ORDO ab CHAO is a Latin phrase that means order out of chaos. It can also refer to the motto of the 33rd degree Masons, which implies that their mission is to bring order out of the chaos that symbolizes the human spirit's suffering and disarray before a spiritual life of peace and brotherhood. It says, what does ORDO ab CHAO mean? Order out of chaos. ORDO ab CHAO, the column title, is Latin. It means order out of chaos. The word chaos is a term we give to any order of things that produces confusion in our minds. All right, and ultimately this is what the top elite wants to happen. They want order out of chaos to happen. All right, ultimately, the Lord is gonna bring that order out of chaos, man. All right, of course, he's gonna put the spirit on these devils to bring it, right? But it's ultimately gonna be of the Lord. In order, chaos is gonna come to America, the streets of America. All right. So like, you see, order out of chaos, or chaos is gonna come to the streets of America. All right, so we see the things ramping up. All right, we see the things happening around the world. All right, we see that happening very, very soon. Let's get first. Let's go to Amos. All right, because when that chaos comes, this word will be cut off. All right, Amos 8:11. It says, "Behold, the days come," said the Lord, whose name is Yahweh. All right, the Lord God Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. All right. Now, like I said, when that chaos comes to the streets of America, make its way over here, this word will be, it will be no more. The Lord's gonna wrap up the ministry. You see, and Lord willing, we pray and hope, praying and hoping that we, we're of the elect that make it, that's kept safe, that endures to the end. You see, because that when things start to happen, then they're going. We already seen that they writing these different laws and stuff to to like somewhat ban the Bible, right? The ban talking points of the Bible, or the not to talk about the top elite, the Rothschilds and the state of Israel, stuff like that. They're trying to protect the 48ers, over in the Holy Land, right? Verse 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. So like, they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. A lot of people will be seeking to seek this truth. They're going to want to seek, the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, but it's going to be too late. We got, a lot of scoffers and mockers in these latter days. All right, a recent one was Anton Daniels. All right, saying, calling the Hebrew Israelites dusty, dirty. All right, all different types of, all different types of names, man. I mean, even in the truth, got the group, the heads of IUIC, coming against, the men of the Lord, who are the apostles of GMS, all right, and the affiliates, those are true prophets of the Lord, because there are false prophets out in this world. You have true prophets, you see, and we believe through the Spirit all right, of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that the true prophets are the men of GMS that he has set up, and the affiliates. Right, but continuing on, it says Amos 8:12 again, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. So people will be fainting, be looking for this word, man. You know, but it's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be too late at that point. Because they wasted what? They wasted their grace period, chasing after, living in the flesh, living in pleasure. I mean, you should have been, trying to seek the Lord to the best of your ability. All right, it says what in Isaiah 55:6 says, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near." Seek the Lord while he may be found, because the time is coming where the Lord will not, he'll draw himself away. All right, so you should, in this time right now, you should do everything that's necessary. All right, who's just repenting. All right, Salaki, hold on. Right, you should be doing everything that's necessary, seeking the Lord, repenting, all right, and getting the true message of his prophets. All right, because like the title says, the stage is set for ORDO at CHAO, and it's on its way, man. All right, the stage is set. The Lord, is building up that time to come. All right, let's get Jeremiah 30. In verse 5 it says, "For thus saith the Lord, all right, Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness." Verse 7, "Alas, for that day is great. That day is great, so that none is like it." That day, man, is Jacob's trouble is like a time no other, man. Right? It says, "It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And who's that he? The elect of the nation of Israel. They're the ones who are going to be saved out of it. They're the ones who will be taken care of. And that's why we're praying and hoping that we're of that number. All right. Let's get this in the, see what the G&T says for this. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 5, it says, "I heard a cry of terror." Jeremiah 30 and 5 G&T. "I heard a cry of terror, a cry of fear and out of peace. Now stop and think, can a man give birth to a child? Why then do I see every man with his hands on his stomach, like a woman in labor? Why is everyone so pale?" You ever heard the phrase, "You're pale as a ghost." They're in fear. You see, and he asks, does a man, give birth to a child? We know that men don't give birth. Well, we know that men don't give birth to children. They'll say in these days, yeah, of course he does. No, he doesn't. All right, but it's a metaphor, for saying that, hey, why does he see every man, because a woman in travail, she's screaming out, she's in pain. So just like a man, the men today, they're gonna be screaming out like a woman in travail with a child, like she's ready to have birth. That's what the Lord sees with these men out here, screaming, not knowing what to do. Right, verse 7, "A terrible day is coming. No other day can compare with it. A time of distress for my people, but they will survive." And the only ones who will survive is who? The elect. All right, it's all about the elect. All right, the elect, only ones who are going to get it, who are going to, make it. All right, they're the ones who have, because we don't know who the elect are. That's why I'm talking like that. All right, but like I said, we pray and hope we're of that number. But only the elect were the ones who will make it out. All right, we don't know who the elect are, but we, praying and hoping that we of that number, But the stage is set for, the order at CHAO, man. Order out of chaos, and whatever catastrophic event, also this is a election year, you see. So, whatever catastrophic event they got planning, all right, that's what they're going to bring, man. We seen these, matter of fact, before we get that, let's get Daniel 12 and 1, right? Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. "And at the end, so like in at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people." Now this is Michael, an archangel. All right, one of the top archangels. All right, on the right hand side of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, I think he's the angel directly under Yahushua. You see, this is so he. It's gonna be a time so bad that that the angels are gonna have to step in and keep us safe. They're already keeping us safe, while we're doing these lessons, while we go out on the highways and hedges. If you believe that, right? They always keeping us safe, right? It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. Who are the children of thy people? The Israelites. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. So it's gonna be a time like no other, man. All right, think of all the events that happen on the earth. This gonna be like the Jacob trouble is those events, those times are not gonna compare to the time that's coming. All right, it says, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. All right, so the ones who are going to be delivered are the ones who are written in the book of life. All right, ultimately the elect. You see, let's get that in the let's go over here, see what that says. Daniel 12:1. All right, the time of the end. The angel wearing linen clothes said, at that time, right, the great angel Michael, who guards your people, will appear. Then there will be a time of troubles, the worst since nations first came into existence. When that time comes, all the people of your nation whose names are written in the Heavenly Father's book will be saved. You see, only the ones who are written in the Most High's book, that book of life, will be saved, man. All right, you see, so a time of trouble is coming. We got people playing around, not teaching the correct doctrine, the 100% truth. All right, saying we don't have the name, we don't know the name of the Most High and His Son, or the names don't matter. We don't have the Hebrew, but there's no mark of the beast. Some people say there's no Jacob's trouble, all these different, just changing up the whole doctrine. All right, messing up breakdowns. All right, so hey, a lot of people who are playing it, and a lot of these people, they follow these different groups. They follow these different groups that play around, that don't tell you what's going on, that's not preparing you for what's coming. And a lot of them, we believe that the elect are among them, but they have to come out of that. The Lord's ultimately going to set them out of those groups. You see, but let's go to Matthew, all right, Matthew 24, and show you the things that's about to take place on the world, especially America. Matthew 24:3, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? When you go to the word world, is a Greek word ion or aeon. All right, it means age, right? And this is the end of the world is who? Esau. Esau is the end of the world. All right, and Jacob is the beginning of him that followeth. So the world that's coming up is gonna be the world of Yahweh Shai, right? And under him are gonna be the Israelites, gonna be joint heirs with him. But verse 4, and Yahweh shall answer and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, right? For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Messiah, all right, and shall deceive many. And you've seen that already, all right? It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet, all right? And we hearing of those wars and rumors of wars, all right? When you go to that word wars, it's matter of fact, let's go to that. Rumors or rumor. Let me see if it's spelled right. Rumor. Let me see. Yeah, all right. Rumor. It says an unsubstantiated report. Unsubstantiated report. Slovakia. Gossip. Hearsay. Right. Also, tidings, news, a current report with or without foundation. It means commotion. All right. From Old French rumor, commotion, widespread noise or report. All right. From Latin, rumorum, noise, clamor, common talk, hearsay, popular opinion. So it's just noise. That's what the word rumor means. All right, so we won't hear a lot of noise. All right, and sometimes that's just some of these things out here are just distractions. All right, but World War III is prophesied. And that's coming. So And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. You're going to hear rumors of wars, war talk. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. You know, you're going to hear about them, all right, but the end is not, is not yet, you know. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. These are just the beginning stages. And we know they want to bring we see these different things happening. We got food distributions on fire. All right. I know like chickens, like, matter of fact, let me see if I can pull up. Let me see. Yeah, chicken farms on fire. All right, millions of chickens killed after a fire breaks out on Illinois farm. You see, and we know what this is, man. All right, they want to bring a famine. All right, to starve the masses. All right, because they want control. They want control. All right, and they would also want to put that C hip in you. All right, a lot of brothers are going into it. All right, and I went into it yesterday. Right here, the WEF unveils mandatory brain implants to eradicate conspiracy theories. They telling you what's coming, man. They getting ready for this. All right, so you can go read it on your own. I forgot to put in the link, but I'll put the link in the description box a little bit, and I remember, right? So continuing on, yeah, it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in divers places." Famines, all right, pestilences, the H5N1, the bird flu. They talking about that. All right, I think like they saying 3 people caught it, and here in America, I think a farmer in Texas, and a farmer in Iowa, and somebody else caught it, and another person. They said a child caught it. That's what they saying. The child caught it. All right, in Australia, you see, and that could be the next pandemic. We never know. So, hey, we see these things happening. All right, we see these things happen around the world, right? And earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And persecution is gonna come. Can't forget about that. All right, persecution against who? The men of the Lord. Then shall they deliver you up, right, to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. You see, they're gonna come down with a great wrath against the men of the Lord, man. The men of, the true men of the Lord, the prophets. All right. That's what they're going to come after. Let's get Revelation 12. 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time." These devils know. All right, the top wicked elite who are Esau Edom, the so-called white man, right? They know they have a short time. That's why they trying to speed. They speeding things up now, and the people, our people, they just blind to it. They don't know what's going on. They're too worried about partying and going out, right, having a good time, living it up, But as soon as things start to happen, they want to look for answers. We be giving them the answers, right, by going out, week in and week out, all right, telling them what's coming, But what do? They mock the prophets, you see. Jump down to verse 17. "And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High, and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach." So the dragon, all right, NATO, which is the revived Roman Empire, through America, NATO, and the EU, all right, which is ultimately Esau, they're going to come down and make war with the woman. Who's the woman? The Israelites, all right? And make war with her seed, the remnant of her seed. You see, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. So a lot of the brothers, they're going to be sought after, man. Especially the top brothers. We believe the apostles, the bishops, elders of different various camps. They're going to be sought after, man. They're going to come down with a great wrath, and seek to put, brothers to death. By putting them in, let's get Revelation 2 and 10. Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10. So I went past it. Fear. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Now, can a spiritual demon, Satan, cast you into prison? No, he can't. So this is talking about a physical. This is talking about Esau. All right, that you may be tried. We're gonna be tried while we're in prison. You know, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death. You got to be faithful, and I will give thee a crown of life. You see, so the devil's gonna come down. All right, with a great wrath and cast some of us into prison. They got FEMA camp set up. All right, they got FEMA camp. Look up the FEMA zones, the 10 FEMA zones. All right, they have these FEMA camps already set up. You know, they got the mark of the beast ready to chip up Jake. You know, and the rest of the population. These are things this is the things that they want, man. Their new world order, right? Revelation 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. That hour of temptation is what? The mark. When they this is during Jacob's trouble, they're gonna implement the mark of the beast. You see, and that's the hour of temptation. Are you gonna be tempted to take it, or are you gonna stand for righteousness? Are you gonna stand with the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth? It's gonna come upon everybody. You see. Let's get did I finish? No, I didn't. Let's go back. This is Matthew 24. All right, and 10, it says, and then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. A lot of people gonna be, you know, hate each other. You see, it says, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. We got a lot of false prophets out here, you know, today. Even in this truth, there are more false prophets than true prophets. Verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. You go to the word cold, right? It's let me see. Yep. The Greek word is psycho, right? He said something different.
Strong's G 5594. Psucho. Psucho.
You go down here, it's the third definition, metaphor of wanting love. So people gonna lose their natural affection for each other. Well, they already losing it now. You know, people don't love each other like they say they do. You know, they don't show true love to their brother or their fellow, all right, person that's walking around, right? But let's go over here. Let's get second Esdras. Starting to rain. Second Esdras 15 and 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another and swords in their hands. What's those swords? All right, those guns, those firearms. That's the modern day sword that they have. You see, and a lot of people gonna die on these streets. Are gonna die out in these streets, man. All right, a lot of people gonna see a lot of murder, a lot of death, right? It's lucky. It's starting to rain. Let me read that one more time. It says, Second Esdras 15:14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, right? For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. The course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, they're not gonna regard the mayors, the governors, right? Because it's gonna be total chaos in the streets. All right, watch that movie Civil War. You know, if they got it on Amazon, I might watch it, Lord willing, right? Yeah, there's a lot of other movies you could watch. You know, Enemy of State. You know, they show you how they spy on you, right? You could watch other dystopian movies that they have, right? But let's get that word sedition, see what it means. It's a lot. All right. It says
sedition.
Sedition is overt conduct such as speech or organization that tends toward rebellion against the established order. Sedition often includes subversion of a constitution and an incitement of discontent toward or insurrection against established authority. All right, what is a simple definition of sedition? Sedition, all right, the crime of creating a revolt, disturbance, or violence against lawful civil authority with the intent to cause its overthrow or destruction. You see, so people gonna be coming up against the authority that the powers that be. All right, and that's gonna because because they wanna a lot of people they know about what's going on. Especially these the low level Edomites. All right, they a lot of them know what's going on. So they're not gonna go for a lot of things that these top elites bring out. You see. So let's go back. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You see, and then martial laws gonna be come into play. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. You gonna desire, you not gonna be able to travel abroad like you could before, or you may have to stay in stay in your area where you live. You can go you only go a certain amount of miles. You may have a certain limit that you can go. You can't go anywhere else, right? It says, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. People gonna be afraid. Period. Except the men of the Lord. You see, they're gonna be in a cool, calm, collected state because they know the prophecies of what's happening. Now, we are in this flesh. So a lot of things may shake us up, but hey, as far as know what's happening, we're not gonna be, we're not gonna be bugged out over what's happening, man, over these things that's going on in the world. 19, of a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread, which is famine, and for great tribulation. You see the times that's happening. You see, so this is what's coming to the streets of America, right? Let's go to 16. 2 16 and 17. It says, "Woe is me, woe is me! Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings." And this was the prophet Ezra. So if he said, "What was me? What was me? Who will deliver me in those days?" Doesn't that mean Ezra is back now, right? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine, right, and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. What's a scourge? Scourge is like something that's used for correction. A scourge, a whip used for inflicting pain or punishment. A lash used for torture. You see, it says a whip, scourge, right? Thong, to whip. It says so it's a whip used for inflicting pain or punishment. So it's a punishment, right? It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges, a punishment for amendment, right? But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. You see, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Let's get to match that. What is that? First Thessalonians 5:2. It says, "For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night." The day of the Lord, all right, comes as a thief in the night, man. And that's going to catch a lot of people off guard. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety," that's what they're going to come with, that peace and safety. We got everything under control. All right, we got the right solution, the right plan for things. Just follow. You just have to follow our steps, our orders. Then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right? Let's read that. Let's see what the NLT, GNT says. And I don't want to make this too long, but 1 Thessalonians 5, the time. Oh wait, it says, "Be ready for the Lord's coming." Right? There is no need to write to you, friends, about the times and occasions when these things will happen. For you yourselves know very well that the day of the Lord will come as a thief. That will come as a thief. Read that again. 1 Thessalonians 5:2. For you yourselves know very well that the day of the Lord will come as a thief comes at night. When people say everything is quiet and safe, then suddenly destruction will hit them, right? It will come suddenly. It will come as suddenly as the pains that come upon a woman in labor, and people will not escape. That was all right. See the let's see. Let's see what the NLT says for this. Right, verse 3. When people are saying everything is peaceful and secure, then disaster will fall on them as suddenly as a pregnant woman's labor. Pains begin, and there will be no escape. This is all right translation. I like the KJV better. For when they shall say peace and safety, peace and safety. Everything's all right. We got the perfect solution for this. Then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right. So let's go back. It says, "Behold, victuals, which is food, shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down." Let's get that in the let's go back to the GNT and read this. 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. It says, I'm doomed. Who will rescue me in those days? Troubles will come, and many people will groan. Famine will come, and many will die. Wars will come, and the world powers will tremble. This, of course, different wars are coming. These, of course, race wars and different wars is gonna happen out in these streets, right? And of course, World War III, it says disasters will come and everyone will be terrified. What will people do when these disasters come? Famine, epidemics, troubles, and suffering are sent to punish and correct people. But in spite of all this, they will not turn away from their sins. They soon forget their punishment. The time is coming when food will be so cheap that people will think a time of peace and plenty has arrived. But then disasters will spring up everywhere, wars, famine, and great confusion. Many people on earth will starve to death, and those who escape starvation will be killed in war. Their corpses, right, will be thrown out like garbage, because you're going to be seeing dead bodies in the streets. Nobody's going to have time to bury them. And there will be no one left to comfort the living. The earth will be deserted and the cities demolished. You see, that's what's that's what's coming to the streets of Babylon, the Great America. All right, the stage is set for ordo ab chaos, order out of chaos. And what they're going to do when they bring that peace and safety, they're going to bring this into play. Revelation 13:16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. You're going to that word mark like we always do. All right, it's the Greek word charagma. All right, charagma. It's a stamp, an imprinted mark of the stamp of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist or the Anti-Messiah. All right, the mark branded upon horses. See, it says down here, a scratch or etching, i.e. stamp, as a badge of servitude. You see, and that proves that it's not sin, it's not spiritual. All right. You go to the root, the root word karax. It says to sharpen to a point. All right, through the idea of scratching. Down in the strong definition, to sharpen to a point, through the idea of scratching. All right, so it's a sharp. They're gonna use that sharp point to put that RFID hip in your hand. All right, and they got the Elon Musk with the Neuralink to put in your brain. Verse 17 is the point, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, and his number is 600, 66. Chi stigma is the Greek word for it. All right, you can go to this word stigma, G4742, right? It says to stick, i.e. prick, a mark prick in or branded upon the body. So it's a mark prick in or branded upon the body. It's most likely gonna be in your hand or in your forehead. You see, pricked, cut. So they're gonna cut into your what? Your hand. You see, you can read this whole definition. A mark prick or branded upon the body, man. All right. So this is what? Just a strong definition. To stick, i.e. prick, a mark incised or punched for recognition of ownership. They want to own you. They look at you humans as low life cattle. You see that? And they're going to do that to Jake. This is their plan, man. Look at him. He threw. That's the face of a devil. All right. Him and the Rothschilds, Noah, Yuval Harari. All right, Fauci, all these different wicked elite, man. This is their plan. This is what they want: total control. They want to put brain C-hips in you, the RFID C-hip in you. All right, this is what's coming, right? So the stage is set for order of KO, order out of chaos, man. We got to prepare ourselves prepare ourselves, all right, for the things that's coming upon the planet, on Earth, especially in America, Babylon the Great. All right, do what's necessary to get right with the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua before it's too late. You so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, all right, the Hebrew Israelites. You know, so Lord willing, this was edifying. All right, to you brothers and sisters out there, I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that teach them well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom to sincere Akim that's out here pushing his word. And shalom to sincere Akwaf that's listening and learning. May the choice of blessing be upon your house. All right, Lord willing, edifying. Until next video. Shalom, Kwon Yasharala.